What up, YouTube? It's Aaron, your personal driver. Let's get this show on the road. If it ever shows up. Oh man, oh man, oh man. There we go. Looks like it's working. Looks like it's working. That's good. Let's pop the chat out here so I can get the chat if anyone shows up. It is a little early, so I'm not entirely sure if anyone's going to show up or not. Mic looks a little low. Is that better? That's got to be better right there. Okay. Mic is working. Live stream is up, hopefully. Flowmaster in the house. Looks like it's working. So that's fantastic news. What up, Flowmaster? What up, Nate? Oh, you want to be on camera, Nate? Okay. Here you go, buddy. Here you go, buddy. Way to be on camera and say hi. Say hi. Hi. Good. That's a good hi. That's a good hi. What up, Flowmaster? All right. So, as you can tell by everything around me, see the camera here. See the camera? Everything is in boxes. We're getting ready to be put in boxes because I am moving to Ohio. Yeah. So that should be super exciting. We got some important stuff to talk to today. I'm going to talk a little bit about TRYP, which is the new rideshare company. Don't touch that. You don't touch that. Yeah, you can talk to all you want to. Timothy Wong in the house. Alan Pickett in the house. And then I have some I told you so's because I like it when I'm right. I love it when I'm right. I thought I was going to have to eat crow, but turns out just in time, Christmas present, Aaron gets everything right. Ghost Rider 253503 in the house. How's the audio sounding, guys? That's always the biggest problem is the audio. Sounding pretty good? All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and start here. So, those of you who might be paying attention, my camera is frozen. Let's go check it out. Let's go have a look-see. Don't touch that. Don't touch that. Okay, let's see if that fixes the camera issue. I don't know if it will or not, but I reset the stream. So let's hope the camera is fixed. Rideshare Boom in the house. Rideshare Boom says, audio is good. That's good. Ray V says, oh, Ray V is in the house. What's up, Ray V? Uber Ground Production says, old news. Underground Productions in the house. What's up? Okay, so let's see if the camera's working now. Ray V is in the house. What's up, Ray V? Yes, camera's working. Woo woo. Okay. So let's get this party started, y'all. So for those of you who don't know or haven't heard, there is a lot of drama llama about this new company called TRYP. So we're going to talk about that. Backseat driver in the house. What's up? So hope all is well. This is Timothy. Hope you're doing. I hope you're going to have to. I can't read. Let me try again. Hope all is well. You're going to have to come to Milwaukee, and I'll treat you guys to a Brewers game at Miller Park. Yes, Giants versus Brewers next year. So what is TRYP? TRYP is a new rideshare company, and it's a little scamish sounding. A lot of Uber tubers are up in arms about it. So I'm going to go break some stuff down, and we're going to talk about if it's a good company or not. Sleeping Elephant in the house. What's up, Sleeping Elephant? It's only going to be opening in California at first. It's California, San Francisco rideshare company. There are some interesting things. There are some really cool things, and there are some like sketchy things. Like I'm not like scammy, like red flag kind of thing. I have been invited to sit down with the CEO of the company. I don't know if I'll be able to do it or not because I'm moving to Ohio. So I might send a representative for me. TRYP must deliver LSD. Yeah, they should. That'd be funny. So let's see if this is going to blow up my screen, or hopefully not. Okay, bam. So this is the TRYP official document where they talk about, different things or whatever. They send this out to all the Uber tubers. First off, what I like about TRYP is they're smart in the way they're going about it. They're not talking to traditional news media outlets. They're not talking to this, that, or whatever. Love the Uber article about Uber headed for a crash. Yeah, we'll talk about that too. I told you guys that. But what they're doing is they're going directly to the Uber tubers for promotion. Now, before I approve this company, I'm going to check it out a little bit more because I don't have enough information. Dave, the Uber slave, did a great video on, at least at this point, this company doesn't look like it's a real company. They haven't filed the appropriate paperwork with the Secretary of State of California. It doesn't look like they have their ABCs in order yet. Yes, they sent it to a bunch of Uber drivers, they sent it to a bunch of Uber tubers, and they want the promotion. That's smart because the heart of rideshare runs through YouTube. So if you can get positive coverage, on channels like mine or the Apportuneurs or Drive Girl Drive, or Uberman doesn't do this anymore, but Uberman was the traditional one, the referral professor, those sorts of things. That's what's going to drive real attention. So who cares if you get an article in the Washington Post? But hold, there's something else about that worries me, which is if you don't have articles in traditional media, like the San Francisco Chronicle, or anything, even like the big ones like USA Today or New York Times, something like that, I'm not sure customers are gonna be gonna be there. And you need customers for drivers, right? It's like it's a catch-22. It's the problem of all of these startups. In order for customers to use your product, you need enough drivers on the road available. And before drivers will drive, they need a customer base. So it's a good idea to recruit drivers to go through the YouTube channels. So that's a smart move on their decision. But if I don't see any billboards in San Francisco, they're doing what's called a soft launch, which is basically like a beta test of the software coming in December here in the Bay Area. And if there are no riders, I don't know. So I feel I got a lot of comments. Let's catch up on some of the comments here. Well, let me finish this idea. So that's what I'm worried about. One of the new rideshare companies was Ease. Ease is a marijuana delivery service that works like Postmates or Uber. But there are billboards everywhere in the Bay Area announcing that they were going to do it so people would use the service. And it's one thing if you have a million gazillion drivers. If there aren't any customers, those drivers aren't going to stay long. That's what I'm mostly worried about. Let's catch up on the chat here, guys. Underground Productions, they sent this to all us Uber drivers. Yes, and mostly the YouTubers. But yes, they're using social media to try to push it out. We got too many Uber loyalists. Well, that's true, but that changes. Money changes everything. Where the money goes, the people go. Underground Productions, you were deactivated for Uber? Yes, I did a couple videos on that. Go through my my history. You could get more information about that. I feel like we'll have too many trip drivers than packs. Yes, right now. Uber's cleaning house with drivers. Good. The more people they kick off Uber, the more money for drivers. And E sucks. Well, I don't know. I've never used it. I don't smoke weed, so I don't know. So this is the flyer they sent out to everybody. And here's the video. There's a video link for how it works. And one thing I wanted to look at, I don't really want to watch the whole video, but I want to get to, it's not going to work. Video and video doesn't work too well. They say that, let me switch this over here to the main screen. They say it's going to be a decentralized blockchain-based company. So let me translate that if you guys don't know what. So Bitcoin runs on a blockchain. That's how Bitcoin operates. So in this analogy, what we're going to talk about is, think of it like Google runs on the internet. Google is its own entity. The internet is its own thing. But without one, you can't have the other, right? Like Google doesn't work if you're not connected to the internet. And a lot of people will argue the internet won't work without Google. I mean, it doesn't have to be Google specifically. You can use Yahoo, you can use Alta Vista, you can use AOL search. All, you know, you can, what's the stupid Microsoft one? Whatever the stupid one that Microsoft one is it, right? You need a search engine to find the stuff on the internet that you want to go to. Okay? So you can't have one without the other. And when TRYP says that they're going to be a decentralized blockchain-based company, that's actually a fucking amazing idea. Okay? The problem is they don't have a coin or a currency to drive the blockchain. So it doesn't make any sense. So the reason, web crawler, yeah, throwback. So the reason that Bitcoin is an amazing technology is because blockchain is more efficient than any other databasing technology that we have right now. So right now, all we have is ledgers, green and red. I put money in the bank, I take money out of the bank. And so Visa, MasterCard, Wells Fargo, all these banks and stuff like that, they have giant ledgers. Well, the blockchain makes the ledger public, so everyone can see every single transaction. And it's self-regulating, meaning everyone who mines Bitcoin gets rewarded by receiving Bitcoin for giving your server to the network, but also decentralizes it so that one entity isn't in control, right? Visa is in control of all of Visa's transactions, and no one can see the transactions. So that's what decentralized blockchain means. And TRYP says that they're a decentralized blockchain company, but they don't have like a TRYP coin. Like there's no Uber coin. Like you don't get a reward for using the network on TRYP. So I don't see how they can claim that they're a blockchain company. Now the idea is amazing, okay? The idea is if you have a computer and you help the blockchain server for TRYP, right, that you would get reward in like TRYP coin or whatever you want to call it. We'll call it TRYP coin because it sounds super cool. Then you could pay for services in TRYP coin and drivers would be given money in TRYP coin. It's a lot like Steemit. Steemit is a decentralized Facebook dove, basically, where you interact with the blockchain via your computer and just like Facebook. Only instead of corporations getting the money, people get the money. I hope that makes sense to you guys. Will the feds or Rothschild get a hold of this new currency or not? It's fine. No, no one will be able to, unless you can get 50% of the server, you'll never get bought on Bitcoin. So I'm babbling on, and I don't know if all of you follow me, but the point I'm getting to is it is a wildly inaccurate and virtually impossible claim for TRYP to say they are a decentralized rideshare company that is using blockchain technology. That is simply not true. Now, I was told via email, now so I haven't talked to anyone in person, although I have been invited to sit down with the CEO. We're going to get to, I don't know if I'll be able to get to that meeting because I'm moving, but that would be right because I have a lot of questions for him, especially about the blockchain aspect of it. But if that's the direction they're going to go, oh man, that is super genius. So, I don't know. Right now, I would be worried about it. Now I'm going to back off the blockchain and talk about the business idea model. So, this is either a company that has the greatest ideas in the world or the biggest ripoff that's ever existed. The idea is you pay a flat fee and then everything else is yours. So no more 25%, or fuck with Uber now. Uber's taking like 50% of fares sometimes. Well, TRYP says you pay a monthly subscription to TRYP and then everything you make on top of that is yours. They're starting out at $200. So that means if you make $1,000 in trips, they'll take 20% of your earnings. If you make, but every dollar you make over that, it's basically free, right? So if you're Rideshare Revolution, for example, Rideshare Revolution makes $2K a week, right? So he would basically be paying 10%. It's just a flat fee. Now the problem with flat fees, as we learned 2 years ago, Lyft did this, or not Lyft, Uber did this 2 years ago for Halloween. If you drive full time, you bank it. You're making hella money. Okay. But if you're a part-time driver, $200 a month might be a lot. You might only be making $200 to $400 a week if you're doing this part-time. So then if you get to the end of the month, you only have $800. Well, then you're not making any money. Then it's the same thing. Also, if you take a month off, then you're paying $200 and you haven't made any rides. So I would like to see them change the model for a little bit. Maybe take 25% up to $200. That seems like a way better business model and be more fair for the riders, right? So if you only do $100 in business, you pay $25, 25%, call it a day. But there's a ceiling. There's a maximum for how much they'll take out of you, $200. Now, that is not the current business model, but that would be the most fair to the drivers. So I do like that idea about TRYP. Now, there are a lot of concerns about the actual business, like the ABCs, the legal paperwork, insurance. I haven't seen anything about insurance and anything you're talking about. And also, the referral bonuses for TRYP seem to be very multi-level marketing-ish, right? Like, they talk about up chains and down chains. And whenever any company starts talking about your down chain or referrals or how many people like you're going to get into your section or whatever, I get really worried. I get really worried because no one wants to be a part of an MLM. And, so multi-level marketing, it's basically like the legalized version of a pyramid scheme, but so we'll see. Now, like I said, I have been invited to sit down with the CEO. Rideshare boom. That won't work with their MLM aspect. They will need to sub money to pay commissions. Right. No. So I haven't seen it in detail. I've only seen their video. It's like a 7-minute overview video. But if they're going to do referrals MLM style, no, it's not going to work. This is a scam and don't do it. Right? I'm not calling it a scam right now. I don't know. It might be a scam. It might not be. It might be a bunch of legitimate people who are trying to do it. I think it's too early to tell. Dave the Uber slave brought up some great points. They haven't filed the correct legal paperwork they need. The CEO, I'm also really worried about. The CEO lives in Las Vegas. He's on the hotel board in Las Vegas. So it seems like the CEO is very hands-off. And that worries me. I like an Elon Musk CEO. I want a CEO who rolls up his sleeves, gets his hands dirty, and makes things work, especially when a company's about to launch. And so an out-of-state CEO who just visits every once in a while to make sure things are going smoothly, that worries me. So here's what I'll say, though. TRYP hasn't launched yet. They're basically going to do a beta run. So in San Francisco Bay Area. And I will reserve judgment for TRYP until after the soft launch, the beta test here in San Francisco. We will know if it'll work then. I want TRYP to work. Okay. I wanted Juno to work when Juno launched. The more competition in the market, the better for the drivers, because there's more options for drivers. And so it's just I don't know how to say this. Okay, let's look at Juno as a model. This will explain what I'm talking about. So Juno started on the East Coast. It was a giant steamroller. Drivers were pushing it. Drivers made more money. It was cheaper for riders. In fact, Uber got so paranoid over Juno, they started to fire Uber drivers who were also working for Juno, which was illegal at the time in New York, right? And what happened was Juno became such a behemoth that it got bought out by a bigger, larger company. So what that did is all the drivers who had invested all that time and money into Juno got screwed, and the drivers who held stock got cents on the dollars, like 10 cents on the dollar for their stock. That's another thing I forgot to mention is the referrals are based on stock options, not cash right now. Which, if this company becomes a $100 million company, that's good. But I mean, stock in a company like this, I don't think it's going to help you out right But that's my feelings on TRYP. That's kind of the controversies going on right now. People are talking about it. But now to my favorite part of the live stream is I know so much about this topic. Well, let's go. Let's talk about it. Let's backseat driver. Are you talking about Juno? Yeah. Juno, I love Juno. I wanted Juno to succeed. It was a better company than Uber and Lyft. And a lot of times these startups, when they're successful, they get bought out by a larger company. Blockchain is not a slow process. Getting a blockchain set up is, but right now Bitcoin does as many transactions as MasterCard, and it does it faster and safer, and it's all public. So I mean, I guess that depends on what part of blockchain you're specifically talking about. But so here we go. What did I get right? I told you last year Lyft was going to beat Uber to its IPO. I told you. You guys all said I was crazy. No one believed me. Everyone told me I was full of shit. And I thought I was going to have to eat crow. Because what, it's December 6th? It's December 6th. So quarter 4 ends in like less than a month. And I thought for sure I was done, right? But look what happened. Bam! Lyft beats bigger rival Uber in filing for IPO. I told you last year, 1 year ago, Lyft was going to announce their IPO in the 4th quarter and it was going to launch sometime in the first 2 quarters of next year. I told you so. Also, buy Lyft. Lyft is going to, in the long run, Lyft is going to beat Uber. I've been saying that for 2 years. Lyft is a better company. It's run better. The board is smarter and the goals are better thinking. Lyft is a better company than Uber, even though it's smaller right now. But here's the thing. Lyft didn't lose $1.1 billion last year. Not last year, last quarter. Uber lost $1.1 billion last quarter. That's 1/7 of their cash on hand. They burned through 1/7 of their total cash on hand last quarter. $1.1 billion. That is unbelievable. Nate, get out of the food. Get out of the food. No. You want me to open that? I have a bunch of food for the road trip, and Nate's keeps trying to get into it because he wants to eat it. Here, give me your. I'll open it for you. So yeah, props. I want to see all the comments below. You were right, Aaron. You were right, Aaron. If I make $2K a week, if I work full time, yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's the other thing about ease. If you want to talk, or I mean not ease, about TRYP. Oh man, if you're gonna pay $200 a month, congratulations. It's no longer work when you want to work. You're a full-time driver. Savage Scientist, I hear you. I hate Lyft. No, I hear you. First off, Savage Scientist in the house. What's up, Savage Scientist? It's still a better company than Uber. I'm just talking about the way the company's run. And they're going to go public, and I'm going to buy it, and it's going to do well even in this bear market. And I'm telling you, I don't care what Uber comes out at. Short it. Short Uber when it goes public. It might blow up at first, but long term it's going to go down. I'm telling you guys. Okay. I like Lyft, the annoying little brother. It is, but it's the smarter little annoying brother that's going to not lose money. Uber can't go public. I told you guys, Uber can't go public for at least another 2 years. I said that last year. So at a minimum, Uber is 1 year away from it because South owns stake in both Uber and Lyft. Yeah. I call Lyft Echo. Yeah. Here's the thing. Uber has to make money before they can go public, and they are so far away from profitability. I mean, it's ridiculous. They're just not. It's just impossible. So let's go to the next one. What else was I right about? What did I say? Self-driving cars will be used for sex, scientists say. Boom! I've been saying that for 2 years. I'm going to have sex in a self-driving car. I told you guys that too. None of y'all believe me. Now the science, for science. Science proved me right. Boom. Science says your personal driver is correct. First off, nearly 60% of all Americans have had sex in cars. What are the 40% who didn't? Who are you? Is 40% of Americans virgins? What are you talking about? Who has not had sex in their car? That's a weird thing. Maybe 40% of people just don't have cars. What else are you supposed to do in a car? drive somewhere. Of course, anyway, another interesting part about this, if I can find it, I read it earlier. Prostitution, that people think self-driving cars will be used for prostitution. And of course I say, of course! Of course self-driving cars are going to be used for prostitution. I don't know. But yeah, so I told you guys on that. So that's number 2, I told you. Savage Scientist says, the reason why I hate Lyft so much, watch your own time and don't leave the stream. Oh, yeah. Self-promotion. Got to self-promote there, Savage Scientist. Like he got that Enron Wi-Fi. I don't even know what that means. That's funny. Okay. So self-driving cars used for sex and prostitution, just like I said it would be. But here's the big one. And I hope Kevin the Appatrepreneur is listening. And if you guys have Twitter, go ahead and @ Kevin, or go leave him a message and say your personal driver was right. So here we go. Bam. Waymo launches its first self-driving car service. Boom. They started. I told you Uber wasn't going to be first. I told you Tesla wasn't going to be first. I told you Lyft wasn't going to be first. I told you Google's Waymo would be first, and I was right. Waymo is a go. As of right now, if you're in Arizona, you can get a driverless van to come get you. So here we go. Let me get I got to get the snack for Nate. No problem, Savage Scientist. He says thank you. So here we go. If you're in Arizona, you can get it. You can get it. So there you go. Bam. All the things I was right about this year. There is nothing better than being right. Being right is the best thing ever. So you tell Kevin. You tell him. You add him. You add him on Twitter. Say Kevin the Appatrepreneur. Aaron, your YPD was right. Go leave I'm going to go find his old podcast where he said I was wrong about driverless cars. And I'm going to say I told you so. Waymo's first, and Lyft will be next. Lyft will be the next successful company, unless that Chinese company, I forget the name of the Chinese company. There's a Chinese company who specializes in self-driving cars, and they're coming next year to the United States. The blocks are slow. That depends on the block size, and it also depends on how many servers are running. Larger block sizes are safer, but they are slower. That's the difference between Litecoin and Bitcoin. Litecoin is the same exact code as Bitcoin. It's just more experimental, and it's smaller, and it's faster. That's why people invest in Bitcoin to hold it like it's an investment, and they use Litecoin to buy and sell things because Litecoin is faster because the blocks are slower, but it's also less secure. No one's going to steal your Bitcoin unless you're an idiot. You know, and you give away your codes and stuff like that. But I think that there's a chance that the Litecoin servers could be hijacked and people will double spend. Okay, so I'm sorry to get technical with you guys. So I don't know how to describe this on a non-technical level. So everyone, Fernando Rodriguez in the house. What's up, Fernando? Thanks for joining us. You just missed it, man. I was right on Lyft. Lyft is going public. IPO Lyft. I told you. I told you Lyft was going to be Uber. I told you. And in the next 5 years, Lyft will be more valuable than Uber. I'm telling you guys. For 2 years, I've been saying this. For 2 years. Now, Dara is a great CEO. He's a shitty CEO for drivers. If you're a driver, you should not like Dara, the CEO. But for the actual company, he's a really good CEO. And there's a chance he could save Uber, like a legit chance, because he's doing a good job on the business side. But Uber's in some trouble, man. People invested in Uber because Uber thought they were going to be a monopoly, right? They are subsidizing every single ride they give in the United States. Every ride in the United States should be 20 to 60 cents more expensive than it is right now. And Uber subsidized it because they're trying to kill public transportation, taxi cabs, and other rideshare companies. But Lyft figured it out, man. Lyft figured out a way to do it, compete. So Lyft is going public, and they're going to be successful. I've been saying it. I told you Q4. I even called. Oh my! I'm like Babe Ruth. I'm like Babe Ruth calling my shot. I said Q4 2018. Lyft is gonna announce their IPO. Go check my live streams. Go check them. Tell me I'm wrong. I told you Q4. Bam! I love being right. And I said in the first 2 quarters of 2019 they're gonna go public. It's gonna happen, man. I know Savage. That's where I got it from. AC driver in the house. AZ driver says, I'm in Arizona and I can't order Waymo yet. I can't wait to have sex in one, though. Go to town, brother. Get that cleaning fee. Get that cleaning fee, man. $150 sex cleaning fee. Oh, is it frozen? Oh, man. Yeah. I don't know. I'll check. I'll check to see if it's frozen. Lyft is going public. IPO Lyft. I told you. I told you Lyft was going to be Uber. I told you. And in the next 5 years. It looks like it's working for me. I'm telling you. I don't know about that. For 2 years. So here's the thing, Savage Scientist. They have a lot of cash. They have about $6 billion in cash right now. That is a lot of money to burn through. So I'm talking probably 2021, 22 is when they'll start running out of cash. Why did you stop reviewing your portfolio? Because of these live streams. Look, I am not adding anything to the... This is just my web camera and my microphone. And the stream is having trouble keeping up. Because this apartment sucks. The internet sucks here. It's terrible. So... If you want to, I'll try it. We'll see if I can sync up my phone, but it might crash the stream. So hold on. Let me get online. I made fucking hella money this year, and actually, I sold almost all my stock. I just bought some Activision Blizzard, and the reason I did that, I started doing that when Trump and his fucking idiot ass decided he was gonna I don't know if I can get the side sync up here. When he started doing the trade wars with China, dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my entire life. The guy's a fucking idiot. You can whatever. You might like Trump, but his economic plans are just the fucking dumbest thing I've ever heard of in my entire life. It's the last stream of 2019, so let's go look at let's see if it works. Work. Oh, it's up. It's up. So here's my portfolio right now. So this year I'm up 18%. So I made $600 this year. I've basically sold and gone cash. I have some. These are all except for this. So this is fuck you, Fernando. I'm gonna type. This is a Fernando screwed me. Is what this is. I still made money on it though. All right. Thanks for nothing, Fernando. So Whoa, what's up, Nate? IGCC was an investment. I bought 20 shares and it went up right away and I sold it. So if I go to $0 on the IGC, I'll still have made money on it, but Paula, you gotta stop bothering me. I'm gonna ban all of your accounts if you keep bothering me. I put all my live streams to private because of the Uber controversy, and no one watches my live streams anyway. Uber slapped you a lawsuit. I hope Uber slaps me a lawsuit, Paula. That'd be amazing. Do you know how many views I would get if Uber sued me? Anyway, so yeah, let's look at the IGC. Look, it's not. You can't even sell anymore. Thanks a lot, Fernando, for the great advice. But I did sell a bunch to make money off it at $12.86. So I made my money on it. And even though this is a shit stock now, I still can't technically lose money. So thanks, Fernando. And then I just bought Blizzard because this should be $80, $90. It's a virtual monopoly, and I bought some yesterday because I don't know why it crashed so much. People freak out over the dumbest things. Look at this. Look at that tank off. Like, why? It lost like 30% of its value. Why? For no reason. There's no metric that justifies this dip. Activision Blizzard has World of Warcraft, all of the Warcraft titles, so StarCraft, Warcraft, which, by the way, may not be popular in the United States, but they have annual tournaments in Korea and in the United States for both of those games. Activision Blizzard is building stadiums, and they're filling the stadiums up with people who want to watch gamers. There's no way. I mean, if this was $150, I wouldn't be surprised. So yeah, I bought the dip on this, and it might temporarily go down during the whole economy that just got trashed. But to me, this is one of the most solid investments you can make. Activision Blizzard at $45. Get the hell out of here. So that is yeah, these are all the different stocks I've held that I sold. But the market's way down. So I hate Uber, I hate Lyft more. Hearts for Savage Scientist. Let's give him some hearts, guys. Let me get my emojis up. So yeah, here we go. That's my portfolio there. Hearts. Where's some hearts? Here, I'll give you a kissy face while I'm looking for the hearts. It's been a long time since I've live streamed, so my usual things are not ready. Here's some hearts. Here's hearts, Savage Scientist. Thanks for the super chat. There you go. Where we go all. Yes. So now this is the other thing that people are looking at is, man, Bitcoin took a hurt. Look at that. Woo. That's a lot, man. Look at the year. On the year, it's down 73% of the year. But guys, here's what I keep trying to tell everybody. Over the last 5 years, Bitcoin is up $2,500. So in the short term, maybe you want to not buy anymore until it hits its bottom. But long term, Bitcoin is still going to make money, man. You know, look, it was going well, and then like a big bubble happened, right? The bubble's got to pop, and maybe this is going to bottom out. But so I feel bad if you bought up here, if you bought your Bitcoin up here, you're hurt, dog. That hurts. That was a painful dip. Okay. But look, all these people who made money for years and years and years. And if you go past 5 years, it's even more money. It's up like 2,000% over 10 years. There may be 25 companies in the last 5 years that are at 200% or more. So, and I did buy more Bitcoin when it dropped below 4,000. So I'm just, if it gets below 3,000, I might get a mortgage and then buy the Bitcoin. I don't know if it's gonna. Oh, I can't show you on this. Remember, because watch, when I use Coinbase, it blanks out on the live stream. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. So I guess I could read you the stuff it says, but you won't be able to see it on the live stream. And I'll show you Stash after this. StarCraft was my game. Oh, so I just want to say that I played. See, is it? Oh, it is showing. Is it? Usually this blanks out. So you can see I bought some more Bitcoin, but really, that's good. So I didn't know it used to be black. So that's good. Now you guys know I do all my oh, no porn, no porn, no porn, no porn, no porn. Yes. Okay. I wasn't ready for this. This was a suggestion by Fernando. So sorry about that. Coinbase Pro, that's what it's called. It's not set up. Let me see if I can pull it up on the internet. Whatever. So I'm up $3 on my. I'm up $3 on my crypto right now. Overall. Oh shit! I forgot to show you the. My bad, guys. And let's do Stash. Stash is down because my Stash account follows the market, and I don't do trades with Stash. So let's do Stash here. Stash for me is a little bit more long term. I pay into it about $25 a month, and I buy long term stuff that I think is going to survive over a period of time. And so it's getting hurt right now because a lot of my money's in the market, and the market's getting crashed because Trump is the worst fucking person ever when it comes to the market. So as you can see, I'm down 4% this year on Stash. So this is 1 year on Stash. So negative $66. McDonald's is doing well. Costco is doing well. Buffett always doing well. And then after that, I've just been slaughtered. So these are all my ETFs. And, you know, even the dividend stocks are down. Skulls and crossbones. Okay, I think they have those emojis of skulls and crossbones. Do they? They may not. Let's see if I can find some skull and crossbones for Savage Scientist. I don't think so, dude. I can give you a panda. That's kind of like it. There's a panda Savage Scientist. But I don't see any skull and crossbones, my friend. No. No skull and crossbones. But I can do this. No people. So, here's the market. See? This is just a boring match the market ETF. And it's down 2%. Green energy is down 3%. But like, look, man. Some of these are just... Ugh. Gamers, I'm down 20% on my investment in the gamer pool. So Asia is crashing. Pacific Powerhouse is crashing. So I'm getting killed on my Stash as of right now. Now, that being said, what you don't see here is I have gotten this shit ton of dividends from these because they're all ETFs. So let's see if I can go with the history. Uh-oh. Was that frozen? There we go. Account. Activity. So you look through here. So is it frozen? Oh, my stream's about to end. Everything's getting frozen on the computer. So here you go. Ready? 13 cents here. 45 cents here. 18 cents, 63 cents, 50 cents, 34 cents, 78 cents, 3 cents, 19 cents, 16 cents, 3 cents, 38 cents, 28 cents, 11 cents, 24 cents. So if you go through here this year, every quarter I do get a big dumping. There's another 3, 2, 30. So I'm getting dividends. So I don't think I made enough dividends. I think I probably made $14 or $15 in dividends this year. So here we go. So there's another 9 cents. So you can see that I haven't added up because I wasn't prepared to do a portfolio for Fernando. But as you can tell, I definitely didn't make up $65 in returns. But I've definitely beat the $1 a month subscription to have this account. So let's go. Bring a calculator up here. Oh shit, you guys can't see this. I'm on the wrong screen. God damn it. Why didn't anyone say anything? There it is. I'm sorry, guys. You guys couldn't see what I was doing. So negative 65. Oops. Plus Robin Hood. $5.80. Oops. Damn it. Plus $5.80. So this year, I did $515 in profit off of, let's see how much total it is. I'll have to go back through that. So there we go. There you go, Fernando. So that's probably about, I made 15% of my money this year. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Let me get back here. So I did manage to talk to my friends in Anchorage. So actually no one died in that earthquake, believe it or not. There are a couple people injured. The thing that got hurt the most was, Nate's such a monster. The thing that got hurt the most was infrastructure. So once the telephone lines got fixed, I could call them and they're fine. So that's good. Also, my condo up there is safe. Safe. So that's good. And a tenant in the condo said nothing broke. So that's good too. Two good things. So anyway, guys, this is the last stream of the year. What do you guys want to talk about? I'll leave it up to you. Come on. Hit me up with something. I might do an impromptu stream of the TRYP CEO when I sit down with him. If I do, I might send someone else like Dark Road Run in my stead, and he might ask questions for me. But there you go. What are you doing, Nate? Hey, Nate. What's up, buddy? How's your snack? You waving hi? Whoa, Griffin in the house. Griffin, where'd you find those? I found these, but I didn't find any skull and crossbones, Griffin. Where did you get? That's awesome. Those are totally awesome, Griffin. You must have some kind of specialized emojis that I don't have. Whoa, I'm so jealous. What the heck, Griffin? I'm jealous. Hashtag jealous. Hashtag. Oh, I found skull. There's a skull. It's a different one than yours. That's so cool. Oh, man, I'm so jealous. Griffin has cooler emojis than I do somehow. Wah. I can't find it. Where did you get those at? Oh, my gosh. Griffin's so much cooler than I am. No way. Where did you find those at? Those are so cool. Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, skull and crossbones. I can do it. Griffin showed me the light. Griffin showed me the light. Woo! Yeah! Dance. Look, I'm doing a dance. Do you guys remember the old school Warcraft dance from the orcs? Zug Zug. What you doing? Righto. Right away. And they dance like this. Little workers too. So, all right. What's this going on? You guys didn't tell me I had a dot on my hat. Look, I had a hair. A hair. A white hair. Probably from my beard. You guys can see the white in my beard? Oh, it's super lagged and freezing? Well, there's nothing I can do about that. I apologize for that, guys. We can hear you, though. That's good. I'll see you. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, it's this apartment. I'm super glad to get out of this apartment for that reason. If you notice, my live streams have always slowed down just significantly because the internet here is so bad. Here, what do you guys want to talk about? I'll leave it up to you. Yeah, it is frozen. Hit me up with something. I might do an impromptu. It is frozen. All right. So I don't know what to do about that. Let me think. Well, I guess I could just interact with you guys. Fernando, if you want to, when I get to Ohio and I set up, I'll start doing my portfolio again. But honestly, I'm not buying or selling anything until probably February, unless something crazy happens, like Tesla goes down to $250 again. You know, I mean, like something just like Activism Blizzard, ATVI, ATVI is the thing. It went down to $45. Now you have to buy Blizzard and get down to $45. That's stupid. That's a stupid number. I think it's because Red Dead Redemption didn't do as good as it was supposed to. But Blizzard doesn't do Red Dead Redemption. That's it's a different company. What the hell is it called? It's like 2 or something like that. Anyway, and their stock crashed. So I think people sold off Blizzard because other video game companies are having a hard time. Ryan Tobler says, what's the strategy for the PDX market? Now remember, I haven't been in the PDX market for 3 years. 3 years. That's a long time not to be in a market. So my recollection of the market might be different than it is now. But for me, you need to know the school schedule. When classes get out, kids get out of school, and they get an Uber and they go home. Okay, so you need to know the school schedule. So see when the major classes get out, especially freshman classes. People don't want to get on the bus for that. The other thing you have to do, I forget the name of the street. It's one of the main streets. It's the one that has the strip club Mary's on it, and Deviate, I think is what it's called. The other club, the one that on Sunday has the Sinful Sundays or something like that. It's like it's not a strip show, but it's like what up, Dark Road Run? Hey, what's up, man? Dark Road Run in the house. I think it's called Deviate. I think it's the club. That street, it goes up into the hills, right? So it goes through the main part of downtown Portland, and then up into those hills. And if you go over the hills, you get into Beaverton. I forget the name of that street. There's a bunch of expensive housing right behind like the Taco Bell and the car wash on that street. I wish I could remember the name of the street. It's the one Mary's is on. Mary's the strip club. So during the day, after lunch, in the morning, I always hang out there. There's people going to and from. And then again in the evening time when people go out for dinner and stuff like that, that's a really good spot to hit up. And I really like hanging out just at the base of that hill. There's a lot of rich folk that live up in that hill. And so you just drive up the windy roads to those hills, and you'll get rides all over the place, wherever the rich folk are going, including to the airport. I really like the airport holding cell, or whatever they call it, the airport lot in Portland, because you have a lot of, you have a gas station, a 7-Eleven, a couple of fast food restaurants, chargers if you have a plug-in hybrid or an electric car. So I really like the waiting lot. So Monday through Friday, it might not be a bad idea to, go up into those hills, take a rich person to the airport, and then hang out in the airport for a while. Now, the cool thing about Portland is you can make a shit ton of money at night. So if you're willing to work the bar scene as opposed to the day, it's almost all surge and prime time all the time after 10 o'clock. And you just got to go across the river, man. Just go across the river into where all those bars are, and you'll just ride after ride. That's what I did in the PDX market. If you ever get into Beaverton, you need to head to, during the day, you need to head to PCC, which is hidden right behind the hills, and you'll either get a ride to the zoo or over the hill back into Portland. But I'd stay out of Beaverton if you're not Monday through Friday. On the weekend, it's really bad. But in the morning time, you can get a couple rides from Beaverton into Portland for work. But I mean, you're basically driving college kids after school mostly. Okay, next question is, why is this the last stream of the year? Because as soon as I end the stream, I am packing up my computer and I'm putting in that box right there. So that box, it's an extendo box. I'm putting the sound bar and the computer and all the peripherals in that box. And then in the room right there is a long box plus this. For the monitor. Now remember, I have a 49-inch ultra-wide monitor. See? So that sucker is going to be a bitch to move. That's harder to move than a big screen TV. This is an awkward shape. So Dark Road Run. I got a question for you since you're on the stream. How would you like to represent me in going to the TRYP headquarters and talking to the TRYP CEO? If that's something you're interested in, let me know. You can go for me. You have the equipment. I trust you. And chargers. If you have a plug-in. Camera's working again, so that's good. So let me know. I'll write it in the chat too. At Dark Road Run. Would you like to go to TRYP HQ, all right? HQ. And interview the CEO for me. There. Hey, Nate, you want to come say hi? Come here. Come here. When in doubt on a stream, get your kid. PJ Slots in the house. What's up, Uber DC? Come here. Come here, Nate. Did you hit your head? He hit his head on the desk. Poor baby. Poor baby. Say hi, bud. Yee. Are you working on a poopster, my boopster? Still eating your snack? Here, let me help you with that. So anyway, I'm packing up the computer. I've been hearing bad things about TRYP. Like, legit, it might be a scam. Like, it might not even be a real company. It might just be trying to sign people up and take their money. Also, it's just trash. Go put it in the trash can? Is that what you want to do? Okay, put it in the trash can. I put it on the table so you wouldn't have to. This boy likes to throw things in the trash can. It's like his love in life. So yeah, TRYP might be like a legit scam. And also, it might be the most innovative thing that we've seen since Uber and Lyft came out with rideshare. We'll see. No more coffee. But anyway, I might do some more live streams on my cell phone. Like, maybe I'll do some... You were one of the lurkers, lol. Like, maybe I'll do some live streams like I did when I drove to California from Oregon, so you guys can track my progress. Maybe I'll give some updates with the family during the road trip. But, like, the computer's gone, so I'm not going to live stream on the computer anymore. Taking notes, man. You got me driving. I work swings at my real job. Lol, thanks, Aaron. Yeah, no problem. PDX is my favorite market. It's the easiest market to make money in. Anyone can make money at PDX if they're going to work the night. It's just, there's too many bars. Portland, no one in Portland owns a car, and everyone drinks. It's the microbrewery capital of the world. Even more beer than Germany. Oh, Ryan, make sure you go to Deschutes Brewery. Deschutes Brewery. And order a mirror. Okay? Deschutes, for those of you who don't know, is one of my favorite microbreweries. Mirror Pond is so delicious. They have all kinds of fun beers. But mirror. Like, think about the witch in that Cinderella movie. Like, mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? Okay? Order a mirror. You have to go in the store to do it. And it may not be on the menu. It's one of those insider Portland things. Mirror Mirror is the greatest beer that was ever made by anybody. Forget those monks that live up in the hills that make that beer. Forget whatever your favorite beer is, you're wrong. It's Mirror Mirror. You just haven't had it yet. Some people say it's cheating, like it's not technically a beer. It might be a barley wine. There is discussion of that, but I'm telling you, it will change your life. Uber DC in the house. What's up, Uber DC? So Ryan, when you're not working, Deschutes Brewery, ask for a Mirror Mirror, and you can thank me later. White Duck in the house. What's your best couple of chips for driving in Seattle? Good luck with the move.